Well, here she is, folks, the brand new 2012 F150 by Ford. We just took delivery of her last night. She's replaced the Nissan Pathfinder that we've had for a few years now. It's a Middle East spec edition here in Qatar. As you can see, it comes with a few optional extras on the base model as standard from the dealer. We're talking about chrome bumpers, nice chrome grille, the beautiful chrome wheels. They just look absolutely magnificent. The upgraded wing mirrors there, they're different from the base standard. Of course, here in Qatar we get the optional chrome side steps as standard. Beautiful chrome handlebars, chrome tip. We have gone the extra mile and gone the protective bed liner. We've got dealer fit tinting on the windows, 10% windscreen and forward, and then 50% on the rear windscreen and the two rear passenger doors. It's just got the Porsche in the driveway as well. A little bit dusty. Tow package comes standard. Rear sensors standard. The rear vision camera is standard, which is pretty cool. It puts the camera view back into the rear vision mirror, so you look at both views at the same time. Another view of the bed liner. The rear door locks if you need it to lock. Rear chrome bumper bars. It's got a really cool cap filler here. It's no cap and doesn't lock, but no one can steal petrol. It's got a throat that only activates for Bowsers. The upgrade from the Pathfinder has been magnificent because look at the rear room that you get here. It's simply amazing. There's no kicking of the back seats by the kids. Drink holders everywhere. We have gone for the base model with the cloth seats just because the leather will take an absolute hammering from the kids, and it does get a little bit hot here in summertime. For parents out there, you can see here in the seats that it comes with the lock mounts for the children's seats behind the headrest and in the seats. We also optionally use the seat belt just as an extra precaution. Interesting, when the rear doors are open, there's a floodlight that lights up the bed of the truck as well. You can kind of see that lit up here in the day. Still fresh from the tinting, so I can't wind the windows down for another 24 hours or so. Got the anti-blind spot already built into the mirror, which is pretty cool. Lots of room, it's like sitting on a sofa. When we drove it home last night, just couldn't believe how awesome it was. Just let me start her up to get rid of the beeping and give you a view of the dash. Just they've got keys in and door open, which is why it's having a bit of a hissy fit. We're a bit worried that the base model would feel a little bit plasticky on the inside, but to be honest, it feels strong. It's like a tough industrial grade plastic, so hopefully it's going to stand the test of time with the ice creams and soft drinks and chips and all that sort of rubbish spilt all over it. I'm a pretty big boy, I'm a pretty tall boy, and I find even the side steps a welcome sigh of relief. You'll notice it's a column shift. People usually these days are used to the gear selector in the center console, but here in the base model F150 it's a column shift. It's got a special tow mode here, which is good because, as you can see, we've got the jet skis. Just nice to know that you can tell the computer of the truck, as we call it, that you're actually towing weight, so it uses a different computer mapping for the engine and gear ratios, which is pretty cool. Fairly simple controls, but you'd be amazed some of the really complex things that the car can do even with that simple sort of setup. Interesting that your iPod or your Android phone like I have, when you're using a Bluetooth setup, it's actually stereo Bluetooth, so you sync the car to the phone, you press play on your media player in the phone, and lo and behold, you've got the music playing through your car speakers, which is fantastic. All of the features on the phone in the car are also voice activated. We're seeing how that works with Australian accents with the American settings, but so far it's been fine. As you can see, there's so much room in things like their center console that they give you a box that you can put a box of tissues in. That's how much room we're talking about here. Not shy of space at all. One of the things that we were pleasantly surprised with was the how it drives. It is silky smooth, and yeah, it just glides over bumps. The steering is nice and light. You have to remind yourself to always be moving forwards or backwards when you rotate the wheels, just because the temptation there is that it's so easy. You just forget that you can be wearing spots onto your tyres. And the sound of the V8, just let me give it a rev. It's, you never get sick of that. You never get sick of that. For those in Australia, it's a typical American sort of car where you've got your foot handbrake with a hand release. So you lock it with your foot, like so, like it is, and then you release the handbrake with your hand using the switch there. Daylight, nighttime, sensing lights, fog lights are always on, of course, for that cool look. You don't have problems with the police here in Qatar like you do in Australia. And all in all, it's just an absolutely magnificent car. One of the things you might be worried about is it's a big 5-litre V8, much like you're used to in your Monaros and Commodores back home. Petrol here is a little bit cheaper than what you'd expect in Australia. So just by way of an example, what we're talking about here is probably about 25 Australian dollars to fill it up. And as you can see there on the display, when we filled it up last night, it was saying 750 kilometres of range on a $25 of fuel. We did a few kilometres last night, and it's down to 685, so it's behaving very, very well. The average fuel there is 29. That's a lot of spirited driving last night, just getting a feel for the V8 and how it sounds, and giving the kids a bit of a thrill ride, to be honest. But the sound system's very, very nice. Again, this is a base model, so we don't expect it to sound like a concert hall or anything, but it's very surprisingly very, very nice, and an upgrade from the Pathfinder. It certainly is. Very nice. Anyway, this is Damien, or Zero as I'm known online. Stay tuned for more videos. We're probably going to buy another one, sell the Porsche and get another one, just because we're so happy with this. It's for where we are and for what we do. It's absolutely beautiful. Anywho, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye. This here is just showing the rear vision camera built into the mirror. You'll see the lovely Mrs. Zero, or Demon as I call her, just moving the Porsche out of the way. We'll take the car for a bit of a run, give you guys a look at how she performs on the road and what she sounds like. But sort of, it's the little things that sort of creep up on you, like just the subtle little F150 sort of put into the decal put in there on the windscreen, behind the windscreen mirror. It makes it look pretty cool. We'll just back her out. I've already got her in reverse. As you can, no problems at all, just steering this big truck with one hand with the power steering. It's really, really buttery smooth, as we say. And as we'll get close to an object, and it actually detects objects and puts like red and green boxes around them and stuff, which is pretty cool. See, you can see there. Don't get too close, you don't want to scratch your chrome bumper. Let me put her into drive, take that beep away. If we're lucky, the wife will give us a wave when she's walking back towards the car. Take you through just some of the settings in the dash while we're waiting for her. Got our trip computer, of course, gauge mode, which just tells you things like the temperature of the diff, fuel economy. The truck apps are pretty cool, just the angles and all that sort of stuff just help you really just four-wheel drive porn, basically. Different settings and information for the vehicle. Here she is walking towards the car. Yep. Camera shy as usual. And I'll hand over to the missus so she can do a little bit of point and shoot while I'm driving along. We've got our little gremlin little helper sitting there in the back, giving us commentary. Say hello to the people out there, Mia.
Hi.
Not too sure of you people on YouTube. I don't trust her. I don't blame her. Let's go. Gotta go see Evo. As I said, you never get sick of that V8 sound. It's just absolutely awesome. Speed humps that take the diffs out of a normal car for the F150, it just glides over the top. The Pathfinder used to bounce and shake over these things like it was a 1950s disco. Yeah. Wave to the security guards on the way out. Always make sure the security guards are happy is my little motto in life. Now I leave the serenity of the compound out into the madness of the Indian drivers and the craziness that can be sometimes the roads in Qatar. Don't be alarmed, viewers, especially in Australia when we hit this roundabout up here. The standing mode of operation here in Qatar, if there's a gap as half as big as your car, you can burn into the intersection and make all the other cars stop. So just relax. That's normal here. There's no old codgers from Blackburn going to be sitting there beeping their horn at you. It's just the way things are done. Surprisingly fast as well. I jump out of the Porsche and into this, and you're cruising along thinking, I'm in a big F150, I'm probably only doing 60 or 70, and you look down, you're sitting on 100, 110, which is, here again, the roads are nothing like Australia. Back roads here are 80 or 100. When you get out into the freeways out near the desert, it's basically 120 plus, or as fast as you want to go, because it's not really policed. But just don't hurt yourself. What's really cool is the sound again, but Ford give you a 10-year warranty here on the gearbox and the motor. 3 years basically on most other components of the car. 3-year road assist, so anything goes wrong in 3 years you come through. And all that, we're talking 125,000 hours on special, which is about $30,000. So $30,000 for all of this, you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. Free insurance for the first year, free registration. What was really interesting was the price of the car dropped 5,000 reals basically over 3 days on a special here for what the Muslim equivalent of Christmas, which is Ramadan. When I was signing the paperwork for the car the other night, the wife was overlooking in the showroom, and she noticed that the price had dropped 5,000, so she came running over telling me that we're being ripped off. But in typical sort of Qatar fashion, the bloke heard my wife talk to me and sort of, rest assured, he's not like a salesman back home in Australia. He goes, check the paperwork that you're signing here, and he'd already built in the discount on the car as a basically a happy Christmas present, which was just amazing. And on top of that, we got the free insurance, and he gave us 15% off the accessories and the fitting of all the accessories that we've ordered. And you really can't go wrong with that. You really can't go wrong. As you can see, there's no bumps, no shakes, no shudders, just really silky smooth. The one thing that the wife was sort of missing a little bit from the Pathfinder was the GPS, the navigation system. So what we've done, from Amazon, we've just ordered a little stand that can sit in here, and she can just put the iPhone in there and it's got the maps on it. She can share the maps with her friends and stuff, and that's going to work out quite well. Isn't it, love? I get to call you love on camera. People won't believe it's me. Alright, we're nearly at Ivo's house, so that caused a bit of interest because people sort of didn't believe the prices that these are going for. So one of the guys from work just wants to have a look at it. He's also got a Pathfinder, and yeah, we might have another conversion here, make our salesman very, very happy. The Porsche is probably going to get traded in. We were thinking about getting a Touareg or another Porsche, a Porsche Cayman or something, Porsche Cayenne. But after the experience we've had with this, all of a sudden the Ford Raptor, which is basically the souped up hot rod ridgy-dig version of this, is within our price bracket. So we're going to go speak to the salesman about what that's going to be worth, eh? Right. Off onto the little back road here. See the Aspire flame torch here in the background. It's actually illegal to take a photo of that and put it out on the internet because it's got digital rights on it. But that was for the Asian Games here. That was the flame. It's actually now a big hotel. And the rumour is this little bit that sticks out of the side of it that you just can't quite see from this angle wasn't originally there, and somebody high up in the royal family said, you know what would be really awesome is if it had a pool. So they added a pool onto the side of it, which is just absolutely awesome. As you, this is a pretty bumpy road. The Pathfinder used to shake, rattle and roll up here a fair bit, and this, it just glides over everything. And if this is good, the Raptor with the souped up suspension should just eat it up. Now this is Ivo's house. We might turn off the camera here in case there's some locals. But again, this is just a little extra bit of footage. The Demon thought it'd be nice if we showed you what it was like in the car, so here we go. And again, good night folks, and take it easy.